Hi, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Maeve O'Rourke, and I am here with my fellow caster, Jake Muller. And one thing that you guys might not have known if you guys are just new to the stream or, hear from A-Drive or hear from that raid from Wolf, which Wolf, we do thank you for that. Jake started his very first partnered with Pokemon, the Pokemon Company International cast in Dallas Regionals this year. And I want you to tell me a little bit about that. What was that like in comparison to working something like a grassroots stream with Liberty Garden?
Well, it was so much fun. Being on the official Pokemon stream is a dream for a lot of people. So I was, super thrilled to be asked and have that opportunity. The lengths they go to make a good production are crazy. They have this entire production team, and they have so much equipment set up. Their, casting desk was super nice and had, all this fancy equipment that us grassroots streamers just don't have the means to afford. But it was really cool to see like how dedicated they were to creating a good stream. Like they made sure to take care of all the casters. Like I met the TCG casters as well, and everyone that was involved was super nice and super friendly and made sure that the show ran smoothly. So it was a really great experience.
What was it like for you in terms of nerves, knowing at some points that stream had tens of thousands of viewers? How did that feel for you? Like were you like going to throw up at any point?
I did on stream actually.
No, I didn't see that part.
No, I mean I got like a little nervous. I feel like anyone would in that scenario, but I really it just felt kind of natural. Like I've never gotten super nervous being behind the desk here because it's just something like fun. Like I love Pokemon, I love talking about it. So if people want to watch me talk about it, then good for them. It was really not much of a stressor at all, just because I knew it would be a great experience. Adam and Rosemary are great too, so it was really easy being next to them the whole time. As it is with everyone here on this team too. So it just felt really comfortable. I had worked with both of them before, so it felt natural. And I think they're both great. Everyone involved was great, and I think I casted an A-Drive match in Dallas too. So we got
round two, I believe, right?
Yeah, the A-Drive effect on the viewers there too. So that was cool. 25,000 people got to see my beautiful face. So,
I know, and I mean, I love seeing it here in person.
Aww, thank you.
But I know you do live in Texas, so it must have been nice to actually be able to go to the local that's really closest to you. I mean, a regional that's really closest to you.
Yeah.
What was it like having? That was the largest regional. I mean, in recent memory, if ever. 550 something players in Dallas. It was incredible. I was playing at Dallas. We were all in. They were like, we have a separate room for you. It ended up being very short, the room itself, which for me is fine because I actually am pretty short in person. But for somebody like, my friend Jeremy Odina, who actually ended up not being able to be there, but for someone like him, it would have definitely felt a little bit more claustrophobic. But what was it like having such a crazy number of players to pick matches from? What was that like?
That was insane. There's so many players and so many good players too that like every round there were probably 4, 5, 6, if not more matches we could have pulled. So a lot of times it just came down to who do we think might do better later in the day. There's so many different factors. Like I don't know. It was really difficult just because there were so many great options there at Dallas.
Yeah, with Dallas especially, and with working an official stream, is there anything that if somebody who's watching right now who may say I want to be a caster for Pokemon as an official caster on their official stream, is there any advice you could give them for that specific purpose?
I would just say practice. You can't get good at anything without practicing at it. I haven't been doing this. I'm not the most experienced person on the team, obviously. There are people that have been doing it much longer than me. But when I wanted to start casting, I got into it doing like Premier challenges. I used to have a capture card, so I'd like bring my capture card and my laptop to those PCs and just stream it myself. And so I just did as much as I could. I got a break with Jen at one of her mid-seasons a couple years ago. I got a break with regionals with the Critical Hit team. So I've got to do a few with them too. So I just do it as much as you can. Take any opportunity. Practice with online matches. Practice with friends that you also know might want to start casting. That's just my best recommendation is repetition.
Absolutely. And I agree as someone who, for me, this is really this is the biggest event I've ever casted. This is my Liberty Garden break with Jen. Thank you, Jen. So I think it's definitely practice has been great. Being able to practice, I think, with a team when you working with the Liberty Garden team, something that you and I both know, being able to practice weekly, being able to build that chemistry, even if you're practicing with your friends, you might think you have great friend chemistry. But when you get on casting, you may have two totally different views. Yeah,
no, definitely. I think especially if you know who you're going to be casting with at a tournament, it's great to get some work with them in beforehand.
Absolutely. Yeah. What was it like working? Did you guys do a lot of practice, you and Adam and Rosemary? Did you guys take a lot of time beforehand?
A little bit, yeah. Like I said, we'd already worked with each other before. Like Adam and Rosemary had been on the official team for a while, so they had cast them together. And I did Collinsville with Rosemary a year ago, and I had done a couple with Adam too. So we didn't do a whole lot of like sit down and watch a match together and talk about it, but we definitely discussed like, these are what we like to do. This is our kind of our styles and preferences. So we had a good idea going in. So it flowed really well, I think, because of that.
That's awesome. All right, guys, we are going to take a break here, and then we'll be coming back with that Top Cut announcement. So definitely stay tuned. We are going to have to see, if A-Drive slipped into Top Cut with that 5-2 resistance. Who is our top seed? I know we had Luca back at 6-0, I believe, which is crazy. So we will let you guys know as soon as we do. We will be right back. Thank you so much.